Okay, give me something. Anything. That'll do. I'll take a concede. Good. Hello everybody and welcome to the continuation of the Alchemy monocolour cards. Now, Wizards of the Coast did pull a bit of a curveball and they released some new cards in the middle of my series. The Aftermath cards, which are released in Standard and in Alchemy, but I had a quick look through the black ones and I tried to build one of them into a bit more of an aggro-y black deck, but I don't think any of them are great for monocolour decks. So it isn't actually affecting this video. I'm going to try and round this series off before we move on to those cards, but if I see something really exciting, you never know, I might get distracted. Anyway, what I wanted to do today is go back and try a mono black deck using some of the new cards. And the only new card in Alchemy that I actually find useful is this one, the Invasion of Fiora. This is because it is a board wipe that can wipe either legendary or non-legendary or both creatures. I tried to make a few aggro-y but mono black decks in Alchemy, like I did with white and with green, but I just couldn't get aggro to be good. I think because red is so aggressive, you're always slightly behind that curve with black, and if you're using 2 cost removal spells that go for the throat, then what you tend to find is you're just falling a bit behind because they're playing 1 cost creatures. So what we've had to go for is a slightly more controlling version of black, are based around Sheoldred, because what I've found is that when you play Sheoldred against those red decks, they're in real trouble as long as they can't just steal it and hit you with it, and we have a couple of ways of avoiding that. So I'm just going to go through this deck from the ground up and explain some of the decisions. For Cursebound Witch, so I find it really helpful to have a cheap creature that we can play down for an early game blocker. Now, because this also gives us some value in terms of there is a spell book when it dies, which includes Witch's Vengeance. It includes Curse of Leeches, which has life gain effects. It has the Cauldron Familiar, which has a little life gain effect. It has Blood Hunter Bat, which has a life gain effect. It's actually got some life gain associated with this card, which makes it nice against mono red, but also it's a good chump against things like mono green or other sort of things like the lifelink Trelasari type Cabaretti Revels decks, which do sometimes exist out there. It can be helpful. I'm running 3 March of Wretched Sorrow, so this is in place of Cut Down. The reason I don't like Cut Down in Alchemy is there are too many decks where creatures are a bit bigger. Things like with the Sheoldreds, it pops up a lot. Crucius pops up a lot. Things like mono green is starting to have a bit of a resurgence. So the March is really nice because it gains us some life back when we use it, which makes it good against red, and if we are using it against red, then we will be more than happy to exile some of our more expensive cards out of our hand to give ourselves a little bit extra life gain and kill off slightly bigger creatures. And if it gives us the flexibility to then use it against things like green, gives us it's an instant speed again, so we can use it against things like Trelasara or life gain type decks. And all round I've just found it to perform a little bit better than Cut Down. But we are pairing it with 3 Go for the Throats, the reason being that if you're trying to get rid of a big creature, it can be expensive to do so using March. So it's nice to have some direct spot removal as well. Obviously this leaves, using this as our combo leaves us slightly open to really big artifact creatures, but you don't run into that many of those in the meta. One of the key aspects of the deck is running 4 life of Toshiro Umezawa. Now the reason for this is the mono red, plain and simple, but the modes are all good. So choose one. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, or you gain 2 life. Now a lot of the red creatures in an aggro deck are things like the Big Spender or the Tiefling Outcasts, all with 1 toughness, which makes the -1/-1 very good. You can stack these on top of each other to kill stuff with 2 toughness, but also if we don't have any creatures to target, we could just gain life, which is brilliant. If our opponent has no creatures on red and we're gaining life, we're probably going to win. The other really nice thing about this card is that we end up with the Memory of Toshiro out the back, which is a 2/3, so it's a half decent blocker on itself. It's an extra creature for if our other creatures get stolen, they won't be able to just hit us in the face with them because we have this as a chump. But also, this lets us pay 1 life, add black, spend this any to cast an instant or sorcery. Well, we can cast our Invoke Despairs with it, which is wonderful. Unfortunately, we can't cast the Invasions of Fiora, but it's not a huge deal. It's not the main reason for this card. 2 Meathook Massacres. For all the Cabaretti Rebels decks, basically, we don't need this against red. If it was just a mono red problem, we wouldn't be running this. But because there are Rebels decks and there are Soldiers decks, there are light creature tribal decks out there, it's nice to have a couple of Meathooks hanging around so that we can use them before we get to our Invasion of Fiora mana. 3 Lilianas, very key. The idea with this first sort of little package here is to keep the number of creatures our opponent has to a minimum. If we've got them on 1 or 0 creatures by turn 3, and we drop Liliana, her target player sacrifices a creature is extremely powerful. If they've managed to build up 2, 3, 4 creatures, you know, with tokens or whatever, it can be really tricky for Liliana to be effective, because even if we make them sack one, they can then just hit Liliana and kill her, and then it's just been a 3 mana removal, which is a lot less good than go for the throat or march. But if we can keep the creature numbers down with this removal early on, then Liliana is very effective. Phyrexian Arena. Now, I don't often run this card because it's a little bit of a, you know, turn 3, it comes in, it doesn't really do anything. But it does draw you a card and lose you 1 life at the beginning of your next upkeep. So this paired with Sheoldred is actually quite a strong control card, because if we are going to be wiping the board with things like Meathook and Invasion of Fiora, it's nice to have something that hangs around and gives us some incremental value. Much like Liliana, much like Sorin, this is what it's there in the deck for. The fact that it pairs perfectly with Sheoldred is lovely. If we draw a card, lose 1 life, we gain 2 life for every card we draw. Well, we're gaining life for every card we're drawing off Arena. Wonderful. Sheoldred needs no introduction. 2 Sorins. Again, Sorin and Liliana are just that little pair of planeswalkers in the middle to give us incremental value when we do wipe the board. We are running 5 board wipes, so it's quite a few. 4 Invoke Despairs for killing off those big creatures, gives us some interaction against removal, also gives us some interaction against planeswalkers. If I was running a more creature heavy deck, I would run the Pile-On, but I tested out some creature heavy decks and they didn't perform as well as this one, so we are running the Invoke Despair instead. 3 Invasion of Fiora. So just to go through this again, it's a battle, costs 6, which is quite an expensive board wipe, but it is flexible. If our opponent's got lots of little weenies and we have a Sheoldred, we can clear out all their weenies. Alternatively, if we've got like a couple of things from Toshiro, Memory of Toshiro, we've got some Cursebound Witches or creatures that came out of there, we can kill all the legendary things and be left with our own things. So that flexibility is actually worth the value. Not to mention that if we then kill the battle, we get Marchesa the Resolute Monarch, or Marchesa, I guess. Legendary human noble with menace and death touch is a 3/6 as well, and when it attacks, removal counters from up to 1 target permanent. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt combat damage since your last turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. That is a nice anti control like tech, because they're not often doing combat damage to us, right? So they have to get rid of Marchesa if we get her out. But also remove all counters from 1 permanent is a bit nasty as well. If they've got something like a Midnight Clock from Roscoe Clockmaker, we can take all the counters off of it. We could take all the counters off of any Planeswalker, so instantly kill any Planeswalker with Marchesa. Yeah, really nice backside. And then finally, 2 of the Hourglass Coven. This is actually a bit of a beast of a card. I mean, it's been a bit slept on for a while. I know there's been a couple of decks released recently about resurrecting this from the graveyard, but it actually works nice as a hard cast in this deck as well. Because it puts down 3 creatures onto the battlefield, that is what I like about it. The problem with playing like a big top-heavy creature, like you would do in green, for example, or you could even do in black, like we could like be running red-black and try running the dinosaur, is that in Alchemy, people are running a lot of steel spells. And whereas when you put down this, which gives you 3 creatures, and then 2 of them have these nice little like, incremental value abilities, it really goes well as a top end for a control black deck. And that's why I'm running 2 of those as well. So we are running 24 Swamps, 1 Takenuma, so only 25 lands for what is a relatively high average curve of 3.1. But because we have this as the ability to help us play our Invoke Despairs, Sorin's for draw, Phyrexian Arena for draw, I'm liking to think that we'll be able to get to our more expensive stuff, because we don't need to rush there, right? We're not a ramp deck, we're just slowly trying to control our way and grind the matches out. That's the aim for the deck. I think it's going to be really strong, but let's try some games and see how we get on. Okay, let's go black. Go black or go home. And today, we're not going home. Oh, my shirt is see-through today, sorry. I can't wear green. For obvious reasons. Good. We'll plus on this. This is going to be reanimate, right? Gotta be. Babel or Crucius? Neither. Gonna Molten Impact that. Great. Go Black Cat. Happily gain 2 life. Put a little army of chumpies in the way. I'm not sure about my impression of Black Cat. I'll work on that one. Work on that one. Blood Tide Harvester. There's the blood to put the Atraxa in the graveyard. Luckily they haven't had Crucius or Fable. I guess they would be running both. Ah, there's the Atraxa. That is exactly what I needed. A land. So we can start plussing our Sorin.
Out of my way.
Yeah. And we'll just sit back. I'm in no rush to try and fight fate. Oh, they are playing blue as well. You want to trade? You want to do it? I don't mind. Witch and cat for your one little harvester. It's a 2 for 1. Or even if you want to use a little cut down, I wouldn't be that mad. You got to discard at random at least. Go on, be a cruelty to Gix, whatever it's called. Cruelty of Gix. Come on. Discard. Alright.
Not to be humiliated again.
Leeches is good here. So, plus reveal. So, we need these for the Atraxa when it comes. So, in the meantime, we'll just start hitting them. I hope they can't play another creature alongside Atraxa. I guess they might be able to hold open Make Disappear, but at least we'll kill. At least we'll have 5, 6, and we can tap Memory. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you get loads of stuff in your hand, but I'm hoping to kill you before you get to use all that. Molten, Crucius, Meathook, Assemble. Yeah. It's a lot. Molten Sorin? Okay. Then I don't have to worry about tapping Memory. We can just straight up invoke you. That puts you on 9. That puts you on 1. And we got a Cursed Leeches, so should be okay here. Got plenty of options for how to do 1 damage. In fact, if we draw a land, we can do Leeches and Sheoldred. This could do damage. Yeah, this can definitely do damage. But we want to be uncounterable. This is counterable. This is difficult to counter. 2 things is definitely difficult to counter. And they've got to get rid of Sheoldred. Yeah. So they must hold Destroy for Sheoldred, so that's at least 2 mana. So they've got 2 spare, counting their treasure from Crucius. Nothing good to bring back, which is good. Guess they could discard Atraxa now, but then I don't know what their plan is. Yeah. So then they can target that with Assemble and kill Sheoldred. So let's just attack with both. Then they have to kill, yeah, I guess they're going to kill Sheoldred actually, so let's not attack with both. They're going to kill Sheoldred either way. Let's make them use some mana for it. Okay. Yeah, let's do Curse of Leeches then. Now they've got no creature to sack for Make Disappear. I should have played Meathook for 0, because then if they killed our creatures... doesn't matter. I was thinking there were many different ways they could get out of this, but they didn't have them. Okay, turned over one of the best decks in the format. It's a good start, let's get going. Alright. Davriel versus Ilishnor. Nice hand again. This is a little bit not nice, but a little bit not nice we can handle in the grand scheme of not nice. Just would like some mid-range costing cards. 3 to 5 rather than more land. That'll do. I like this little combo because it gives you a 3/4 on turn 2. And they don't really want to kill Cursebound Witch, do they? I mean, they have, but is it really what they want to do? Probably not. And this is going to give us value either way, so... Trespasser's Curse is pretty cool to have down early. Not that I'm sure our opponent's playing that many creatures, but... That's a nice thing about a board wipe that isn't just a board wipe. Let's keep making them deal with stuff. Okay, they had the 2 mana things, they can still draw. It's alright for now. Okay, yeah. Only 1 mana left. This could be quite nice. Never mind. Just Liliana for now.
Something suspicious is going on.
Maybe they'll power up Bankbuster. We'll get a free kill on the Bankbuster.
Haven't you ever heard of
And bye Roscoe. Sweet. And then we'd probably be out of cards next turn to start making them discard. Clock, we've got no answer to. Let's just play that for 0. We don't want to plus this, we want to get the invasion off. Unfortunately, that wasn't the top deck we wanted, but we can wait. We've got blockers. No, not anymore. This one, that one. I'll take the black cat. We'll take the damage for now, I think. Try and keep them a little low. If If you could just play another legendary creature, that would be great. And then if I could draw a land. That's not so great for me. Got one of my requirements. You haven't got a counter, have you? Gonna look for one, okay. Whee! I would like that to connect as well. Nope. Because we could remove all counters from the clock, which would be epic. That's a bit boring. Make them kill this. Unfortunately, that's no good. This clock is going to flip. Which puts them on tons of life and we lose. Yeah, that was a struggle. We do struggle against blue decks as a mono black. Or the ones that are running blue, but let's keep going. Alright, Ed. Alright. This is a nice hand. Get to be on the play this time as well, which will make a difference. That will make a difference. Ah. The classic test. No attacks. Fine. Let's exile this. What if they've got a spell in their hand? No, let's not do that. Given how fast it's clicking through, I don't think they have, but wasn't worth the risk. Got one more turn to block with this until this flips. Okay. Alright, okay. So we'll probably do the march. Yeah. We want the life. We'll march on this Kamano. Interesting. Probably should have marched in response, but okay. We'll just do this now. Get rid of that. We don't care so much about this one anymore. Take 5. And then we can Meathook for 3. We'll be on 8 if they've got a hasty thing. Could be a bit bad, but let's see. Could end up covening next turn, which could be good because it's a load of blockers for us. Problem with one blocker is that they can just throw it back at us. Okay, maybe our Sorin. Minus, and then we can hold open this. And we can discard, we can exile a couple of things if we have to. If they have a, like, really nasty threat. Yeah, like this kind of thing. There. So that's going to have lifelink, so it's actually not too bad. So we'll be on 7, which is fine.
Let this be over.
6 because of this, yeah. Oh, that doesn't even have the 1 damage thing, it's that one. Oh, fine. Then we'll definitely do Coven. That one. That one. Because even if they steal one of these witches, we're still good. That's pretty good. God, this arena has actually saved us.
I take no joy in the slaughter. I bring my own army.
We just need to attack with a couple this turn. Next turn we'll win. Keep enough back in case, I don't know what could happen. Probably nothing too bad. We've got this in pretty much a lock, I think. Good game. Yeah, that's what we're designed to beat, which is why I feel this deck will be a winner. But let's keep going, see how much we run into red at the moment. Alright, Mechanic 23023. Probably fine, given that we're on the draw and we've got 25 lands. Yeah. Please, for 3 draws at a land. Don't see Auric very often. We'll get rid of that, just because we don't really know what's going on. 2 draws missed. This is nice because if they do have any cheap creatures with 1 health, they won't be able to utilise them very well. Not sure what's going on with this deck we're facing, but so it's some kind of toxic deck. Sheoldred's Headcleaver. I don't think I've ever even seen this card.
Enough with the
Let's get rid of it.
Sacrifices must be made.
It just look like they don't want to be facing a black deck, do they? Yeah, we can discard the Coven.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
I think it's important to have Liliana on 2 here because we've run out of removal. So being able to force them to sack something could be nice. Do we need a blocker for this? Probably. Well, we've got this, but it's whether they have removal. They do have removal, I suspect. So let's create one. This does give us a good block as well. Although they could use a combat trick. Okay, the Steam Hive Master on it. Hive Master. When it dies, create a 1/1 thingy-majiggy. Alright. I don't think you really want to do that. Guess you can kill my flying lifelinker, but how is this person not a Diamond 4 with this janky deck? Like, it's so unusual that normally you never do well with this type of decks.
One of your friends has to leave.
Alright.
You wish to know my secrets.
At least we can block this.
Very
Alright.
Blood for
And
knowledge.
you can't hold on to whatever you've got, I'm afraid.
You won't be
Toxrill?
outsmarting me.
What is this? I am missing something here. What? Is there some kind of reanimate going into this? Ooh, that black and white reanimate battle maybe. What is going on with all this land? Oof. Okay, we're just putting more land in the bin, but that's okay.
It's free.
Drop it.
I'm slightly worried about this Toxrill coming in, but we'll have answers by then. Gets +1/+1 and flying.
Regret that.
Okay, we'll definitely do that for 2. That's nice. I'll take the ingredient. Do we want to keep this? Nah, might as well plus Liliana. It's only that one card that's going to cost us, and then we can just start plus again.
Drop it.
Oh my goodness. Some serious landage. We're slowly whittling them down. Well, we can minus Sorin now for the way. There we go. Good game. Oof. Okay. That was an odd one, but an easy one. Alright. Headquarters. Headquarters. Back against Platinum players now. Why does zooming on a land make you sound like you're underwater? I've never really understood this. We'll definitely go with this because the life on a red, the life also, we're on the play, so we should be good. Yeah, quite a good damage, but we'll only be on 15, we'll go get 2 more. And we seem to be getting an endless supply of Lilianas to use against you.
Nobody knows Domino.
Which will force them to sack a creature and then soak up 1 hit of damage, I assume. Oh no, it won't. Bing bing.
Whatever.
Yeah, very nice.
Luck
Against
favors the
Liliana.
foolish, after all.
A big expander. See, this is so tempting. But what if they steal it and hit me with it? Ah, well, we've got a memory. I don't think they've got any instants with how fast it's moving. Oh, maybe they have got one now. Yeah, they've got something. We're going to have to block the Sheoldred anyway, I think. If we block the little big spender, about to say them, at least we can know. I mean, double these. It's good, isn't it? And then follow up with this. The fewer creatures they've got, the better. No attacks, obviously. It's like they're holding them for the Lilianas.
Knew this was a waste of time.
Come on, dude. We're not having any of this. Even if you can remove the Sheoldred, I think we're in a pretty good place now. Yeah. Because this is going. Well, that was slightly unexpected. 8 lands in 14. Ronin I can block. Unless you can shoot this memory. I guess all you need is like a... What are you doing? What's happening, deck? Getting close to having half my lands out and a quarter of my deck. Alright. Yeah. Oh, please don't sacrifice your Ronin. Okay, give me something. Anything. That'll do. I'll take a concede. Good. Alright. Alright. This one looks good. This one looks good. What is this thing doing? Oh, this is looking even better now. We like a recruitment officer around here. Just need to get to the 4 lands so that we can use the Sorin to find some more. I think we'll do this for 2 now, just in case they're running counters in their soldier deck. Keep the number of soldiers down. You know, if they're running something like Protect the Negotiators, they struggle more. And there is number 4, just in time. Yeah, we can reveal. So we can, with the memory, invoke, but let's see what our opponent's got on the cards. Yeah. Mirella's good. Yeah, that's alright. Let's see what we find. Okay, so we can Sheoldred and go for the throat here. And they can make their veteran a 5/5. But we'll block with Sheoldred. This is not mono red. This is a good block in this matchup. Number of creatures needs to be kept to a minimum. Add a line is nice, yeah. Although I suppose if we block this, we are still keeping their number to a minimum. Why are you doing that now? They're not going to attack with that, that's why. Could block this one. Keep the Sorin. And the Sheoldred then.
Get out of my way! Dire times call for
Yeah, it'd be nice to find a land, so we'll draw 2 as well, which will gain us some life. I suppose if this is a Harbin... Oh no, because this isn't a soldier. What? I did not find a land. So even, yeah, that's a knight. Soldier. Okay, so even the Harbin's not going to just do it for them. That's pretty good. That's pretty good as well. They can commit a bit to Sorin and get rid of it. Or, more likely, they'll just start swinging at my face. We would like a spot removal for this, but We probably won't get one. Okay. So Sorin is dead, so we might as well just block this one. This one would give them an extra token. Where are my lands? So they can put a 1/1 counter on everything except Adeline. So we probably want to do this, don't we? And this. That's annoying. We've got quite a lot of life still. It's if they swing the team and they don't win, which I haven't calculated yet, we'd start with Sheoldred dying. Because if we just chump these two, they're not going to win, right? No. And then nothing dies, so they don't gain any soldiers. So all we do is we block like this, we block like this, and we kill off something that isn't a soldier. They do 7 damage to us, which is fine. And then they lose. Oh, only if we can kill the Adeline. Which I can't right now. Didn't calculate that very well. Oh, what was wrong with me? Why did I not realise this had vigilance? Oh, for fuck's sake, we'd played that completely differently. Okay, plan B. So if we attack, they have to block. That kills Adeline. They then have Siege Veteran. Yeah, but that gets rid of some of our... In fact, no. We just do this, right? That puts them on... That puts them on dead. Why... I nearly misplayed this twice in a row. So that puts them on 1. Which Sheoldred's then going to do to them. So we won't attack, we'll let them draw. There's no way of instantly gaining life, is there? Not in a soldier's deck. Whew. Whew. Nearly through it, boys. Did my best. Okay. Prof. Profy. Alright, Mr. Mythic, what you got for us? Is it mono red? No, it's not going to be mono red with you, is it? Esper, discard. Is that what you play? Why do I recognise your names? I can never remember what they actually play. I think it's going to be Diviner deck. Oh no. Overrated you. I overrated you, Prof. No. Vampire hasty thing, whatever it's called. Nope, the other one. Bid spender. Nope. Yeah, because we know we can meet her next time. It's going to be a beating that we take, but if we keep this to block, they have etching to exile it. Just keep playing more creatures. That's it, that's it. Yeah, I go to 8, but you see, they want us to play a Sheoldred and then hit us with it. Leeches is nice. They can then hit us with Foundry, right? That'll put us on 4. Oh, even worse. Even much worse. They didn't even have the steel spell. We have to hope that they still don't have it? No, hold on. Foundry, ambiguous, yeah, I mean put this minus and hope. If they've got a steel spell, we lose it. This or Sheoldred.
My will. You fight for me now.
That works. So close to stabilizing. We needed. If we'd have drawn one march, we're running 3 of them. Didn't draw one. That would have done it. All right. Can't believe we lost to mono red though. That sucked. That really sucked. This deck is supposed to be the anti-mono red. Well, I guess we get a chance for redemption, although it's not looking. Oh my god. It's not looking good when we draw all the most expensive cards in the deck. What? I'm going to block because we don't have anything to play, and this will give us something we can play. That was an awful choice from the spellbook. Where was my Witch's Vengeance? Even a familiar, Curse of Leeches, that familiar, that cat, yeah, this bat, I would have taken any of this. This, no, 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 yes. This, like, I would have taken half that book and we just got the other half. Gonna lose to this funky version of red just because we can't remove a fucking Swift Sphere. I mean, if they would do 9 damage to us, I'll regret playing the arena. I'm going to do 8 damage to us. Oh man, honestly. Honestly, what is this? This is so unlucky, man. This is ridiculous. Okay. You guarantee against the control deck we wouldn't see a single copy of Invoke Despair. Against mono red, we get 4 in the first 12 cards. Right. If I was one of those guys who was like, I believe in match fixing, when you start winning too much, the game starts like stitching up with your deck, then this would be the perfect example. However, I don't believe in all that crap. I just believe that unfortunately statistical variance exists, and sometimes we get bad hands, sometimes we get good hands, and unfortunately the game is designed in a way that means we're quite prone to those swings because of land, because of 4-ofs. Okay, a nice little time to stack a couple of Toshiros. Don't want any Giadas hanging around, they just make your life much worse. Ooh, Mardu. So definitely running that Angel. I think we'll kill this little thing. I love this black aggro strategy, black aggro control. We did miss a land drop, not the end of the world yet. If we can get to 4 next turn and start plussing Sorin, we've got some blockers. Army of them. Fine.
You started this fight.
We're not really aggro. Oh.
May your blade strike true.
Okay. I guess this is a good attack. Sweet.
See you later.
Next time we can actually afford Invoke Despair because he is. Unity. Yeah, I mean, enters the battlefield. Yeah, so copying that would be bad. I think we do this. Gets rid of the reflection and probably the samurai. Okay. They could double kick whatever that angel's called, that one. Archangel of Wrath. Interesting they're killing off the witch with it. It's feeling a bit like a Cruel Reality game, but I think it's a Torment of Scarabs game. They fixed that bug where the spellbook sits over the battlefield. That's nice. So if we put Sorin, they get 4 damage in the air. Whereas Scarabs, but then this does survive for our 1 more turn.
I take no joy in the slaughter.
And yeah, we get some cards.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
I love these sleeves though, they're cool. And also they've got the right sleeves for their deck, so we can give them some credit. Oh. Well, Invasion of Fiora is going to have to do some work here.
Get out of my way!
Unfortunately our memories are going to get killed, but that sounded quite deep. Bye-bye, Pile of Angels. And then it's the control strategy that I suspected we would need to do. The aggro strategy has been put on the back burner. Another Archangel of Wrath. Wow. Maybe they've got the 4 of those this time.
Nobody knows Domino. Off you go.
Phyrexian Arena. We should be able to start gaining some life with the Coven. Like, maybe we'll get the one that gives us some life, or we'll draw something. Yeah, we'll do this. There's a little Sheoldred. I think we'll leave. Actually, this we need less.
I'm tired of your secrets.
They've got 2 cards they might need. Yeah, there we go. Destroy Evil going is nice. I think that's probably GG. Unless they're going to wait and see if Arena kills us. Well, I guess once we play this, they won't be waiting for that anymore. And when I say Arena kills us, I do not mean Magic the Gathering Arena. Although I suppose that is actually more likely. The client disconnects. Okay, you can concede now. We'll kill this. Concede now. Right, there we go. Okay. Whew. Finally. Okay. Another Mythic player. I really hope you're running Fibblethip and Bigger Muscle, however you say that name, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, there's the red. It's always red. Can we please have some land? Because if we can keep their creature numbers down with the lilies, then we will be good. If we can't, we won't be good. Yeah, I'm in an easy block there. I'm going to take this. Good. I'll gain 2 life, then we'll play the curse. Get the life swing going. Yeah, this is what we need. They have a 3-3. We make them sack it. We're still on 20. Well, we'll be on 17. And we'll have a 2-3. Don't mind about not getting the 4th.
Happy to help.
Bye bye to that one.
Haven't you ever
Bing,
heard of
18, 18. This has got a good block. Oh, what was that? All my peripherals just unplugged themselves, but they're back. Yeah, fine. Wait, why didn't you attack? Ah. Oh my god. I'm being assaulted by Razor. Discard a Lily. If they're discarding that, they must have another traumatic prank. Yeah. But we're good. Stop it, Razor. What are you doing to my computer? Honestly. I just want to beat this mono red player in peace. Leave me alone. If we don't cast anything, this will flip into a 4/4 life, so that will be nice. GG. All that life gain has done us some good. I think we must have gained about 6 or 7 life this game. Maybe 8 life, I think, yeah. Sweet. Mono red, that is how it should go. We're happy with that. Punish them. Show me my rank gain. There we go. Let's try and get that diamond one. Okay. Johnny Blaze. It's got to be mono red. This is the anti-mono red tech we need. Hey. Let's see what you got. Northern Impact. Get rid of the witch. Okie doke. Trespasser's Curse will do. Let's see what creatures you got. Give them to me. I'll take the mana, the land, the life. What? The mana, the land, the life. Okay, we're going to 13. Don't steal my witch. Got some go for the throats. Please play like a Raiju. That's not really what I wanted. This did us well last time. Wow, could have saved ourselves 1 damage there. But I think the go for the throats are going to carry this. This is going to give us 1 life. By entering the battlefield. Good. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And we'll take our 1. Thing is, if we play Sheoldred and they top deck a thing that steals it, then we just get in more trouble. So I'm going to play this. Oh, that means our cast splits. Bang. That's probably a good game now, isn't it? They're not going to be able to double spells. We've got a 4/4 life link if I like. Curse? Curse, man. Wins again. Diamond 1. That's probably a good place to finish for now. Although it's tempting to push for Mythic. I think it's pretty obvious we could get there if we wanted. Alright, time to have a quick look at the stats. So, I have actually played 17 games in total with this deck, and amazingly have a win rate of 76% in best of 1. And that is all in the high diamond as well, because we're on our way back to Mythic after last season. This deck's going to get us there. I can be pretty sure of that. Look at the latest version as well, 12 for 3, 80% win rate. That was just a very slight tweak, making our March of Wretched Sorrow count a bit higher because of the mono red matchup, and boy does it make a difference. Look at this, 7 against 3 mono red. Now, some of those were a bit unlucky as well, and you can get unlucky against mono red and therefore struggle, but in general, what a nice matchup. If you can win it this often, you're happy. And look how often we play it. The next highest thing is 5 colour deck at 2, which is going to be Atraxa, Rakdos Atraxa, which we beat 2-0. 10 against mono red. It is just so common in Alchemy, and I cannot explain why. Don't get me wrong, we've now done white, green and black in the monocolour series, so we ourselves will be touching mono red soon enough. But it is just interesting that if you could build a deck that will beat mono red and beat the random decks, by which I mean these ones down here, the ones that are quite uncommon, Marju, Golgari, things like that, they're not really decks in the meta. If you could beat off meta and you could beat mono red, you're golden. You're going to climb in Alchemy. So that is my tip with this deck. I would say out of the 3, it is probably the most reliable at the moment. As much as I would love it if the green one that I released, which was a strong deck, I just feel like if you played them against each other, this one's going to win every time. The removal and the interaction just makes it reliable. Green didn't have that. And obviously Invoke Despair is just a killer card. It's been popular for so long now. And with the changes that Wizards are making to Standard, which is to stop things rotating out for 3 years rather than 2, you're going to see a lot of Invoke Despair in Standard for time to come, although it will rotate out of Alchemy. It's only staying at 2-year rotation in Alchemy. So anyway, thank you very, very much for watching the video. I appreciate it as always. If you've got any comments on mono black or suggestions of what I could do for mono red or for mono blue, I'd love to hear them. But otherwise, thank you very, very, very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.